Hey everybody, it's time for some weekly wrap-up. So I've got my list. I hope you're having a good Sunday, by the way. I'm like focused on what I need to get said today, but I hope you're having a good Sunday. This is the last week for the Beautiful Soul Series sale. Beautiful Soul Series sale. Say that 5 times. Just so that I have enough time to get all the orders out and to everybody by Mother's Day. But they are still on sale and will be, what's today? For the next about 5 days, and then that's the cutoff so that I can get all the orders out. But loving that you guys are, and I'm shipping to all over the place, and oh, it's just awesome. So much fun. So working on getting all the orders out. This come in, let's see, I think in about 3 weeks. Craft Fusion. I'm going to be doing the beeswax series. This is actually part of my texture series that is going to be out soon. The first part of the texture series is already out. That's rigid wrap, and I'm going to come back to that in just a second. But this is all beeswax tags and beeswax foundation. But I'm going to be teaching this class at Craft Fusion, so you could take it live if you want. You can always do it online, but you can take it live at Craft Fusion. They're located in Chandler if you're local. Their link is on my website on the sidebar. And that class is May 16th. So a play day this last week. I am having some fun. So this is, you guys might have seen me post it. This is what I was working on, and I just now finished up this one. I'm in love. But what I've been using is Inktense pencils. If you guys don't have your hands on some of these, fun. They are acrylic paint pencils. So they go on like watercolor, but once they are dry, they are permanent. So they're not reactivating, and you can put all your different layers of mixed media and everything. Love. This is just the small pack because I just want to get an introduction to them. Now I want, of course, everything, all of them, all the colors. So they have paint sticks. They have them in like blocks. I think that's what I'm going to do next. But anyway, that was play day. This is going to be some fun. I'm going to do a whole series of those. So then this last week on Donna Downey's Artist Gang, CC just did an amazing job using several of Donna's products. She's just got a classic style. She's a great teacher. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. I will be doing May 5th. May 5th it will be my turn on Donna Downey, and it's going to be a good one. It's good. Lots and lots of fun stuff on the kitchen sink and everything on that Donna Downey Artist Gang Tuesday. So mark that on your calendars. Coming back to the rigid wrap video that I put out, the first one for the Texture Party series, there was some issues, and this is why I do it slowly instead of the whole shebang. But there were some issues with the download. So I think I got to everybody that ordered and sent a direct email with the correction and everything, but it's fixed now. So if you have purchased it and you have not received an email from me, let me know. Email me, contact me on the blog, and I will get everything fixed for you, the correct info, so you can play. and all right, so 2 questions. Oh yeah, 2 questions that I'm going to answer today about arty stuff. So I'm always asked what I use. I'm trying to see if I had one right here. What I use always as my foundation for my work, and 9 times out of 10 it is MDF board, and I'm just going to grab it real quick. It is an MDF board like this. Arrows mean that's where the hanger is, however I'm going to create, but it's an MDF board for many reasons, because it's compressed wood. It can be recycled wood, but because it's compressed wood, it doesn't have any knots or any of those things. It's a completely smooth surface, so you can gesso it and paint on it just like a canvas. And it's super sturdy, and it's not inclined to warping. So that's why I use MDF board. There are a lot of wood panels that you can purchase at your craft store, at any paper goods store. A lot of them are carrying the wood panels now. Mine's a little different because it's solid, and mine's 3/4 inch thick. I don't want a thin panel because I want it to look like a canvas. So that's what I use. I cut them and manufacture them. My manufacturing department does it, my husband. But my manufacturing department cuts all my wood and does all of that for me. I do have them available in my shop if you want to purchase them. You can do that. And then the second question was, where is it? What type of sprays do I use when I'm creating? I make my own sprays. I know there's a lot out there, but again, because I'm always layering, it needs to be permanent, and there are so many sprays and inks and things like that that you have to spray it with a fixative and all that kind of stuff. I just need to keep layering. So I get a spray bottle. You can get, and they need to, the better spray bottles are like, okay, so this one I got from the dollar store, and it's very, it's not very, it's soft, and it tends to clog definitely a lot, and I constantly have to wash it out. These I spent more money on, but they're firm, you can't squish them, which keeps them from clogging. And if you keep the lid on them, which I do not, if you keep the lid on them, they will not clog. I got these from Donna Downey. I also got some of my other spray bottles, the nicer ones, anti-clog ones, from my local art supply store like Jerry's Artorama or something like that, Dick Blick's, that kind of thing. But I create my own, and what I do is I use my fluid. Make sure you're using fluid acrylics, because it needs to be as fluid as possible, because otherwise it will definitely clog. And then I use, along with it, I use acrylic flow release or airbrush medium. And depending on how thick the paint really is, I might put a couple squirts of water in there. I try not to put too much water because it changes the pigment of the paint. But what's really nice about making your own too is that you can make whatever color you want. Now granted, there are some really great sprays out there, and I'm obviously not as familiar with them as everyone else is probably, just because I like to create my own and keep layering with acrylic paints. So that's what I use for my sprays. Then, last but not least, this is today's Sunday inspiration. Ooh, ooh. It's a cutie. It's a cutie. Oh, and I got some new Tim Holtz stencils. Yeah. You know, because I need more stencils. And then on this piece, I'm working from the collage pack that I have made available in the shop. It's this piece, it's this one, and then it's also another background sheet, 2 sheets. You can purchase that and create right along with me. All right, whoop whoop. I think weekly wrap up is done. Oh, and I wanted to say this too. On this piece it says soar. It says you were meant to fly. And I want you to know that you were. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You are meant for great, great things. You are beautiful, and I hope you know that you are loved. Have a great Sunday.